Hello, Libra. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? Today, I'm going to be giving you guys a cat reading, right? It's for the OGs who know about the cat readings. I go into the cosmic cat oracle cards, and I just give you a reading solely based off of the cosmic oracle cards, and then I may go into the believe in your own magic oracle deck, depending on what's coming out. Okay. All right, let's see. We're going to see what your current self energy is, what's in you, okay? What's happening here. Because first we need to know where you are to see where everything is at, right? Don't, when you're in the mall looking at the directory, first you need to know where you are so you can know where everything else is at. So you got self-care. For some of you guys, you're looking at things like it's time for me to cleanse things. It's time for me to get rid of things. It's time for me to stop doing things. I feel like that right now, for some of you guys in your energy, whoever this is going to resonate with, you have been in this energy of cleansing, whether this is cleansing old mindsets, cleaning up the way that you eat, cleaning out old habits, addictions. You're in a sense of cleansing. This is what you want to rid yourself of. So some of you guys, you could have went through something, noticing that something was off, noticing that things were a little bit off for you, and now you're in this cleansing mode, which is really, really good. What else? What else? What else? All right, so also there's some type of risk that you're looking at taking, okay, Libra? Excuse my voice. There's some type of risk that you're looking at taking, that you're looking at it, and now you're seeing how something just might be worth the risk. You know how when you're about to like do something amazing, when you're about to do something amazing, I need some water. You're about to do something amazing, and at first you're like, I don't know. But you can't take your mind off of it. You can't take your face off of it. You can't take your sight off of it. You can't quite stop thinking about something, talking about something, whatever it is. And now you might be thinking like, this may be worth the risk. It may be worth the risk of me trying something. For some of you guys, you have already done it. We're going to see when we, read further. You have already done it, and you're realizing that, wow, this was worth the risk. It's cold in here. Sheesh. For some of you guys, this is an extension of you being curious, you taking a leap of faith, and you realizing that something was worth the risk, something was worth it. So let's see. So that's the energy. You're realizing that something was worth it. Oh, I've been feeling that energy, like heavy relaxation, cat naps. For some of you guys, you're working really, really hard. You're focused. Your eye is on the prize, and it's time for you to relax. I've been relaxing so well, just in my space, going out. Like, I went to the movies, and it was just only like me and the person I went to the movie with in the theater. We caught a matinee, and this is my first time like being the only one in the movie. It was the I pick. So we ordering food, ordering drinks. It just felt so. I felt like it was like some rich things. Like I had bought out the movie theater. That's how it kind of felt to me, and it was just so relaxing because movie theaters give me anxiety ever since that boy thought he decided to go shoot it on up. I can't relax in the movie theater like I normally would. Like I'm always gonna be on the swivel, looking at doors, entrances, things like that, because I'm like, people crazy nowadays. You can't even relax, but out of all the times I went to the movie theater, I just felt so safe. I felt it was just so relaxing. So just even in like just normal life, I feel like you could be doing like regular things. Like if you're going to work, you have made your work a really, really relaxing, peaceful place. I feel like also for some of you guys, you can be getting more naps in. Okay, you can be working out like yoga, and I don't mean strenuous workout. I mean like yoga, stretching, walking a lot more, just really, really relaxation. All right, let's get one more to see where you are. Oh, what's in you? Envy. Why did I had a feeling that card was going to come out? Whew. For some of you guys, there is some type of envy inside of you. This is your energy of what this is. There's something that you're looking at from someone else's, and you're hoping you want the same thing that they have. But There's a need for you to take a closer look at something, because maybe everything that glitters isn't gold. For some of you guys, you could be looking at somebody's relationship, somebody's like financial status, someone's job, and thinking that this is what I want. I really want this thing to be mine. And there's a need for some of you guys, there's a need for you to take a look at that. And maybe there's something that you're realizing that you need to cleanse. But there is some type of envy here, okay? There's some type of envy here. Um, there is a grudge. I open up the deck and there's a grudge that you're not burying. And I feel like there's something that has to do with some type of envy that you have towards another person. It's another person's party, it's another person's time to celebrate, and you're envious of it. There's some type of envy that you have against people celebrating or something like that. Most people would say that ain't me, but envy is a normal, just like you get angry, just like you have things that make you sad, make you angry. There's things in life that makes people envious, that makes people jealous, that makes people, we don't talk about those emotions, okay? But there's some of you guys need to look at something that's making you envious. Why? What is something, personal shadow work? What is something that's making you envious? Let me go right into this since we are here. What is this envy? And I said that grudge. It's the grudge that you have. This envy is also has a lot to do with this grudge that you have towards somebody. It's a grudge that you have in your heart against somebody. And okay, so there's a grudge that you have in your heart um, towards somebody, and the grudge is so deep that you may not even want what they have, but you don't feel like there's some type of thing where you feel like this person is bad or this person is this, and every time that they may have some type of party or some type of celebration, you can't quite be happy for them, you can't quite celebrate them, you can't quite wait for, you don't feel like that they should be rejoicing and they should be celebrating anything. And this comes from a deep rooted grudge that it is that you do have. And in the message from this morning, the morning inspo was, the message from God was to forgive. So for some of you guys, this envy is coming deep rooted from this place of you have not forgive this person for hurting you or not showing up in the way that you needed them to, or not being happy for you in the way that you needed them to be happy, not celebrating you. It's coming from a grudge. It's coming from tit for tat. So for some of you guys, you may feel like this person was envious of you and you held the grudge to, why is this person envious of me? And now, like years, maybe years even later, you see this person could be doing well and you don't feel like they deserve it. You don't feel like it should be theirs. You don't feel like something that is clearly theirs should be theirs. There's a need for you to understand that something that is clearly theirs is theirs. It's clearly their birthday. They clearly deserve cake. Like, what are you being envious of this person for? It comes from some type of deep rooted grudge, and really it's over some type of hurt that you felt to forgive. So instead of being 100% mad at a person, you just get envious of their celebrations. And the fact that you are envious of some type of celebrations or their parties or something, that is a clear indication that you're still holding a grudge. The grudge is the clear indication that you have not forgave. For some of you guys, that's going to be a little bit hard for you to swallow. There is shadow work that needs to take place, because there is a lot of people not being able to celebrate other people or just be, happy for another person. It is this feeling of mine, 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 that should be mine, that should be mine, that should be mine. And it's not the feeling of just letting go. Because when you get yours, you don't really want, for some of you guys, you're not really celebrating your own. Okay, so there is a need for you to work on that, but that is deep to some type of forgiveness that needs to be done. that is showing up right now inside, like it came out, like it came here. So there is a deep grudge that you definitely do need to take a look at. Okay. Um, let's see. All right, what is surrounding? What's surrounding you? What's surrounding Libra? Prosperity is surrounding you. You have it all. Like prosperity is surrounding you. A gift is surrounding you. There's a need for you to let go. I feel like this has a lot to do with this envy here. But there's a need for you to let go. Prosperity is surrounding you. For some of you guys, you can make what you can get what it is that you're thinking about, especially what it is that you see other people getting. This could be hard for some people, but when you see people getting the things that you want for yourself, that is imperative that something is on your way, on its way to you. But what we do as humans, we get into our envious bag and we curse it like that should be mine, and why isn't this mine, and da 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 da, whatever. Instead of celebrating it as you would have celebrated it to be yours, celebrating it in a sense of you saying, like, this is mine, this is a sign that mine is coming towards me. You know how the saying, like, there has to be people before us, like there had to be a Jordan for it to be a LeBron. There had to be like a, that's the only one I got, hold on, like a Lil Wayne for it to be like a Drake, or a Yahoo sound like Lil Wayne. Everybody sound like Lil Wayne, kind of like a Future or whatever. You know how it has to be people who paved the way, the pioneers. That is really given, like, and when you see people who may be in your circle, or who may be in your family, or who may be in your friend group, or people who you just may know, that you feel like that they're doing better, or you feel like that you should be in the shoes that they are in. So there has to be a them in order for it to be a you. Somebody could be paving the way for you, little do you know it. But there is prosperity surrounding all around you. Okay, let's see. Also, right now, God could be tipping the scales so you can find your balance. And let me let you know what that is. We have friendship on the highlight, and I do have a whole bunch to think about friendship, okay? Especially in these couple of days, okay? So you do have the equilibrium, and what it means that God could be tipping the scale so you can find your balance. What that means is there could be some type of chaos that's coming to you, not to create chaos, not to create heartbreak, not to create disappointment, things like that. Not saying that you won't go through that, but that's not what it's there for. What it's there for is for you to create order. What is something that could be finding going off the scales or going off balance or being a little bit unstable right now is for you to understand that this is not working for me. So now I need to find what works. Had the scales would not have tipped a little bit, you could have stayed in some type of discomfort. But sometimes we got to tip it just a little bit so you know that none of this is working. So that's what goes back to your cleanse. That's what goes back to this self-care. For some of you guys, it is imperative for you to cleanse not only your mind but your heart. Um, in letting go and forgiveness and letting go fully of those things that hurt you, or if you cannot, or you feel like something is going to take a while to let go, at least turning your view in that, at least turning your vision in the view of those things, so it's not like you are neglecting those things that has hurt you. um, there is something that's tipping the scale that is becoming a little bit uncomfortable surrounding you, not directly at you. So for some of you guys, you can be getting the cloudiness effects from the storm. You know how there is a storm, there's a really, really bad storm that's happening. Let's say it may be happening in Florida somewhere. But here in the DMV, we're going to get real, real heavy rain. We may get heavy rain. It may get dark really, really early. We're not necessarily in the storm, but we are getting the effects of the storm. So even the effects of the storm is bothering you. Also, this is a time for you to be thankful, for you to thank God that you're not in the storm if you can't even handle the effects. if the effects is just too much, got to be thanking God that you're not 100% in the storm, because the effects of the storm could be a lot. And a lot of the times we don't count our blessings a lot. We don't understand how much we are blessed. And sometimes I have to remind myself how much I'm blessed. I could be dealing with the effects of a storm that I feel like is going to hit. It didn't hit. I'm getting the heavy rain, or I'm getting the cloudiness, or I'm getting the heavy winds. And I may be thinking like, oh my God, it's a storm there, it's a storm there. And I'm not even thanking God that, thank God that I'm on the outside of the storm. Thank God for the heavy winds instead of all of the destruction and debris and the buildings falling and the tides overflowing and things like that that people have to deal with that's actually in the storm. I think that there's a need for also, while you're finding your balance, there's also a need for you to count your blessings. And then when it comes to friendships, for some of you guys, you have detached yourself in a certain type of safety space where something may not feel comfortable, because maybe you don't want to detach. Maybe you want to have a closer knit bond, but there are some things that's going on in friendship that you have detached yourself with. It won't be able to touch you. That's basically what I'm saying. Something will not be able to touch you. There's a need for you to look at something a different type of way, have a different perspective about it. All right, let's see what else is coming surrounding you. All right, you got the hunter here. The hunter here. Someone is surrounding you. And I have felt this too. There is a lot of energy vampires. And I have basically, I was watching a podcast the other day, and this girl was going through a breakup. And the question was, well, do you emotionally dump on your friends? And I have been struggling with that for a while. I don't know why people want to emotionally dump on me. And it's just a universal message, and even for myself too, like therapy. Get a person who's licensed, that won't judge you, that knows the things to say, so you can emotionally dump on them instead of having a friendship where you emotionally dump on people. And I do say that somebody like hunting, like think about a person like hunting down something. That's how a lot of people are on people's energy, and I get it. I know I could be a great listener. I know I can, give some great advice. I understand. I get it. Sometimes I like doing this, but a lot of times I don't like doing that. So for some of you guys, there's a need for you to create boundaries. And in creating boundaries, things can be a little bit uncomfortable, but this is a new language for you. So there's a need for you to create some type of boundaries. Also with this hunter here, there's a person who is stirring up some type of drama that is trying to get you to react. There's a person who is hovering over your energy, like literally hovering over your energy. You know how, let's say if you feel like a person that's following you and you turn around and they stop and you like, I could have sworn this person was, just walking up on me. It's kind of like a person is hovering over your energy. They're trying to kind of like stir something up. And this is surrounding your energy. Again, once you see this person, thank God that the person can't get close to you. A lot of the times we are in things that, they can't really touch us. But we just get in the effects. We get in the heavy winds and the heavy rains of something. And while we may get wet, we are not in the storm. We do not have to get a new house. Our roof did not fall over. Our cars aren't floating. You know what I'm saying? We do not have to go to safety. It's just all we need is an umbrella or a bigger coat. You know what I'm saying? I know that's probably like a simple way to put it, but like for real. And it's kind of like opening my eyes for me. Like I be tripping about the effects of the storm and not thanking God that I'm not in the storm. Grace is surrounding you. Grace is surrounding you. There's somebody that you've treated very, very well, Libra. There's somebody who you've treated very, very well, and I feel like this could definitely be in a formal setting. There's somebody who you did something really, really good for, and that grace, they have that grace for you no matter what's been going on, no matter what's been happening, no matter what somebody has been saying, no matter what the narrative is, there's a person who still holds grace for you. And this is because you have treated somebody with grace. Therefore, there is some grace for you outside. There's some grace for you outside of here. There's a person who still is going to, grace gets you further than hustling ever could. So because you have treated somebody with some type of grace and love and care, this is this energy where that grace and love and care is out there for you no matter what. For some of you guys, you may just need somebody to kind of like stand up for you in the point. You may need somebody to kind of like defend your character. You may need somebody to be your, your lawyer in a sense, and you got that because maybe you were someone else's lawyer. Maybe you were someone who stood up for another person when everybody kind of like turned their backs. When everyone turned their backs on one person, you kind of gave this person grace. You was like, you know what? No, I know this person's heart, so I'm not going to say that about them. I'm not going to do that. And now for some of you guys, you could be in the place where you are in this, like so many people have come against you. And there's a person who is still there giving you grace. And this person is of some type of different caliber. You see the cat in the human hand. So this is some type of different caliber. Maybe this person's grace really, really does matter. It affects something. It changes some type of stat. But how you treat people really, really matters in this world. And I do feel like that is the number one golden rule is treat people how you want to be treated. And that's the number one golden rule that we kind of leave. We kind of treat people how we were treated. We kind of show up in relationships scorned because we were scorned. Show up in relationships guarded, and show up in relationships attitudes, or show up in workplaces based off of what those people have done to you. But these are new people that's come. So for some of you guys, you have the golden rule is just treat people how you want to be treated. And that's going to get you further than any amount of work. That's going to give you further than any amount of hustling. That's going to get you further. All right, let's see what's coming towards you, Libra. What's coming towards you? You got a reflection, getting out of your box. This has something to do with some type of family, okay? And this may sound like a little bit selfish for, this is what I'm getting. This may sound selfish. In your box, in your comfort zone, and wow, look, this is comfort zone. You have surrounded yourself with these people, okay? These people who you put them as priority, but what's calling of you is vanity. It's about me now. For some of you guys, this is going to be very, very foreign to you because you're not used to putting yourself as priority. For some reason, it seems like you're just letting somebody just go, like you're giving up on somebody when you put yourself priority, which is, it's not that's not a good thing, okay? That's not a good thing for you to just put yourself on the sidelines and you not to care about you and put yourself as a priority. It looks like you have been living your life putting everybody in front of you, and now you're finally putting yourself as priority. So if you were to be the main priority in your life, what would you do? What does waking up look like? What does work look like? How are you loving now if you put yourself as a priority? So I do feel like you get a time, or you get a chance to get out of your box, or for you maybe getting out of your box. And this comes from self-reflection. This is going to come from these quiet times that you have with yourself. This is going to come from these times that you are, journaling, you're doing your shadow work. You're going to understand. I feel like you are re-dating yourself. And this is you recommitting to yourself. For some of you guys, you may need to recommit to yourself. And what does that look like? For some of you guys, you need to write yourself vows, self vows. What do you vow to do to yourself, for yourself and to yourself going forward? How have you dishonored yourself, and how could you make that better? What is something that you're going to do? Okay. What else is coming towards Libra? Aloof. Detachment. That's good. Hopefully we detaching from this envy right here, right? Because we can't keep on doing that. Can't keep on looking at everybody else's plate and be like, man, I wish I had this. And then looking at yours like, We got to make the best of our plate. What is on our plate? Hopefully, it's detaching from that envy. Hopefully, this thing could be detaching from you actually putting other people as priority. But you are in this sense of detachment, okay? And look, at first you used to be cautious of these dogs. You used to be afraid of these dogs, scared. Now look, you're right in front of the dog and you're detached. You understand whatever this dog do. So this is somebody understanding that I'm not in the storm. I can't be touched. You're not attached to it. It's almost kind of given like, I don't have to go home with this person. I don't have to break bread with this. Why am I giving this person so much energy? There's something that you are detaching from, and how you detach from it, choose non-action. There is a need for you to check yourself, check your entitlement. There's a person who you don't, and you Libra. So I do feel like that there is a way to check how you respond. Today I was watching this nice message, and the message was you don't have any control of what people give you, how a person reacts to you, how a person acts towards you, the energy that they're going to give you, they're going to give you. That is none of your business. That is all of their business. What's your business is the energy that you give out, how you react, how you respond towards a person. It's taken me a long time to kind of like realize that, because sometimes I feel like enough is enough, especially when you're one of the nice guys. Okay, you feel like enough is enough, and I don't care. The sword is upside down, my tone is crazy, my voice, I don't care about nothing, none of that. And you have to get into the point where I can't control what a person gives me, no matter how big of my bark, no matter how much I may cry, I may shout, a person's going to give you what they give you. What they give you has everything to do with them. What you give them has everything to do with you. It's not the other way around. Most of us, we look at it as what people gives us has everything to do with us, and what we give them is their fault because they did da 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 da. But no, in this new detached mindset, you know that you are the ruler of what you give out. You are the ruler of what you give out. You are the ruler of how you react. You are the ruler of how you respond. And responding different actually cures something away from you. Responding different actually cures something that you have been dealing with for a long, long time. I feel like the reason why you have been dealing with something for a long time, because God is trying to get you to respond different. Don't worry, you're not alone on this journey. I'm on that journey too. Okay? God is trying to get us to respond different, to not feel so offended by what other people give to us, to build ourselves up in a way, and detach ourselves so much in a way where what you give to me, I don't care about what you giving to me. My only care is about what I'm giving to you. And maybe there needs to be a vow of what you're giving out. Maybe you need to recommit yourself to that no matter what, I'm giving this. No matter what, I'm giving that. No matter what, I'm always doing this. If I'm angry, I'm not speaking. Okay, one of the things I need to work on. Shut up when you're angry, girl, please. Um, Shut up. Don't you say a damn thing, okay? But you're detaching from something, and it's making you respond, and you see how this person is not even bothered by this person picking at them. And a lot of you guys, that somebody is saying something or they're doing something to get you to react. They've understood, ooh, if I press this shiny button right now, Libra goes crazy. And I may not be able to win what I'm saying, or I may not be able to get what I get, but at least I can press this button and make Libra go crazy. So it's a win for me. There's a person who just want to see you go crazy. They want to put on a show. And a lot of us knew this, and we're like, okay, you want a show, I'm going to give you a show. But now we're understanding how that doesn't make you feel good. That doesn't make you feel any type of way. That doesn't make you feel good at all. Because you're a Libra, you're coming there for solutions. And you realize that it was just a shit show, a clown show. So now you're detaching from the outcomes of what other people give you. You're not so attached, not so equally offended by what a person says, what they refuse to say, if a person responds, if they don't respond. I have no control over how you respond, but I have all my control over how I respond. You can say what you want to say, and I can say what I want to say, but now I'm controlling it because why? I have control. That's the only thing I have control over is how I respond and how I react to certain things. Things are going to happen all day, but it's your reaction that really counts. When we really understand and learn that, life just becomes like, a box of chocolates, right? What else is coming towards you? Flexibility. Wow. And this has a lot to do with you choosing non-action. For some of you guys, you've been asking to get this for a long time. So you have this being, choosing. You realize, some of you guys are about to realize how powerful your silence is. Some of you guys, you thought the opposite. You thought silence was weakness and being loud and whatever, that gave you your power, that gave you your strength. You are about to realize how powerful your silence is. How powerful your non-action is. You about to understand how powerful you are when you're still. How powerful your stillness is, whether it's your tongue being still or your body being still. You're about to understand just how powerful you are. And this thing stretches your limits because you're like, ooh, I got a new power and I got a new weapon and I'm about to use this thing by any means necessary. And you're going to use it. You're going to use this. So this is you stretching yourself, stretching your beliefs. You're about to understand how powerful you truly are. All right, so let's get one more card here. And I'm going to go into the Believe in Your Own Magic deck, okay? You have what's coming to you is this discernment. Take a closer look. For some of you guys, there's something going on in family that you need to take a closer look at. And there's some type of surprise that you're going to see. If you take a closer look at something that's going on in relationships that are closer to you, you're going to be surprised at what you see. There's a need for you to dissect these relationships, dissect these problems, to kind of meditate on these things, and you're going to see. For some of you guys, you're about to see something beautiful. Really, really beautiful when it comes to this. Also, there is something that you're not really, really looking at when it comes to the support that you have around you. You do have the support around you. There is a lot of support around you. And I feel like you aren't looking at it because you don't think you have any in a certain type of area. So there's a need for you to look to kind of find the support in the room. A lot of the times we are kind of looking for the chaos. A lot of the times we are kind of looking for the confusion. We're not looking for the love and we're not looking for the light in a lot of these conversations. A lot of the times we're looking for the confusion. We're looking for the fakeness. We're looking for the chaos. We're looking for the jealousy. We're looking for the envy. We're looking for everything but the love in the relationship. And there's a need for you to kind of look a little deeper in your relationships, okay? All right, let's see. Wow. And a self placement in a new deck potion. Remember to practice self love. Like that, I can't even like expose. I can't even like. There's a need for you to kind of practice self love. For some of you guys, you're in that energy where you're practicing self love. You're loving yourself a little bit more tenderly. You're being a little bit more intimate with yourself. You're dating yourself. You're recommitting yourself to yourself again. And that's really, really big. There is some big change that you're making. Wow. Forgive. For some of you guys, there's a need for you to cut off some type of grudge. Like I said, there's some type of envy. That's the reason why you can't be happy for a person. And the reason why you can't quite let a person celebrate in their thing and you don't feel like that they deserve anything is because you're pinning them to the cross. Okay, you still kind of want this person to pay for what it is that they did, and you don't feel like it's fair that because they not paying. There is a need for you to forgive a person. Cut them loose. Cut them out of your strife. Cut them out of your bad name. Detach from that. Cut a person loose, okay? Endings are inevitable. There's a need for you to forgive something. You already have some type of answers. For some of you guys, there's a relationship that ended and you was not quite okay with it. And that's okay to not be okay with how a relationship ended, for a person walking out or ending a relationship with you or turning the trajectory of the relationship with you. That is 100% okay, for you to admit that. But there's a need for you to forgive it, because not holding a grudge against a person is you drinking the poison and you hoping that this other person die. And as you can see, this other person got cake and you drinking the poison. So there's a need for you to make that change with the swords. For some of you guys, you're thinking about cutting your hair. Yes, do that. Make the change. But this is you cutting this thing, cutting this grudge away from your life. You're about to bury a grudge, okay? You got home. Take yourself on a date. How you going to recommit yourself to this person? Take yourself on the date. Take yourself out. Treat yourself. There's a need for you to love on you. Why do I feel like that this is stemming from this relationship too? Something has blocked. Somebody is living rent-free in your head, Libra. There's a need for you to take yourself on a date. Cut this person out. Really look at it. Look at the things that you need to forgive, what happened there, and cut this person loose. What would you have to do to cut this person loose? All right. Also, you already have the answers. You got voyage. So there's some type of place that you're going. And this place that you're going, it could be real nostalgic. Could remind you of your childhood or something like that. You already have some type of answers. Okay. So there is some type of map. Okay. So for some of you guys, there's a need for you to take the narrative of your life back. Take back your own narrative. You do have the voyage here. So you do have, like, you have the map, you have the answers to something, and it's just about applying it. So you already know, what you need to do, you know what needs to be done, but there's just about applying it. There's a need for you to be honest with yourself. All right, let's see. Justice is coming towards you, okay? There's an evil queen. I feel like that you could be dealing with the evil queen and you haven't forgave this evil queen. Somebody has been giving you salt, not sugar, and you've been giving them sugar, and they have not been giving you that, but justice is definitely going to be served here. So definitely, that's good. Justice is a bitch and is coming, okay? Or karma is a bitch. How about that? Like somebody is about to get their karma, and their karma, if they're going to get bad karma, you get good karma. Good justice is coming. You see the sword here. You are the justice. All right. Justice is surrounding you. How to make your justice come faster. There's a need for you to treat your body like the palace that it is. Wow. For you to be your own first priority. For some of you guys, you're putting this very person who gave you some type of injustice in front of you like they are priority. They are not priority in your life. You are the priority in your life. Okay? What else is surrounding Libra? You've earned your stripes, lioness. You've earned your stripes here, 30 and 31. You are judging your journey. Think first before you judge. For some of you guys, you are too hard on yourself. What are you guilty about when it comes to your journey? What do you feel guilty about? But there's something that you've done, and you've done it despite everything that was supposed to stop you or make you fall or stand up against you. And you could be judging. You are judging your journey, and your stripes are surrounding you. You've earned all your stripes. All right, let's see. Oh wow. So there was a journey that came with an end. The way that you can stop downplaying your journey and really, really feel that like that lioness, because some of you have win, but you feel like you lost. And this is why you feel like you lost, because this win came with the loss of a relationship. It came with the ending. And endings are inevitable. For some of you guys, you have won, okay? You have won. You have stood on the mountaintop. You have won. This is your chariot, but the wind had came with the sacrifice, and you're so looking at that sacrifice, looking at what you lost, thinking that you are a loser, and you are not a loser. Forgive. Is this a part of the forgiveness? Did somebody see you winning and leave from you? Is this part of the forgiveness? Did somebody leave you in your journey? Did somebody leave you in your in a time of need when you needed them the most? Did they leave you when you needed them the most? There's a need for you to forgive. Forgive, 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 forgive. That just keeps on coming out. All right, let's see what's coming towards you. All right, morning. Something's going to happen. Something nice is going to happen in the morning. In the morning, for some of you guys, something happens really, 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 really fast. In the morning, you'll be taking control of the narrative of your life. In the morning, you're taking your power back. In the morning, you will be, when you wake up, your power will be restored to you. For some of you guys, you're going to forgive tonight. For some of you guys, you have already forgiven by living, you have released because you were afraid to say that dang, I didn't want the relationship to leave. I didn't want this person to leave me. And that releases you. For some of you guys, when you wake up in the morning, your power will be back. The narrative will have changed. Okay? You got the universe, the wonderful works of the universe. Put yourself as your own priority. You have moral here, and you got the princess. You can be your own knight. Um, Surrounding yourself with love. I do feel like the universe could be sending you somebody. There could be definitely morning calls, so definitely um, be mindful of that. Okay, so the wonderful works of the universe in the hands of the universe here. And what's coming to you is the flower. You're going to be honest with yourself. There's something that you need to say. You need to speak. Don't expectations. Don't seek anybody's approval with this thing. Surround yourself with love. Something's going to start a movement. You're going to start some type of movement. Don't be afraid to sing. Don't be afraid to say what's on your heart. But you've earned your stripes, and justice is coming. And in the morning, the narrative would have changed. In the morning, the narrative will be changed. Okay. So that is your reading. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up, and make sure you guys are subscribed. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.